Alright, hey guys, what's up? This is my Dante's Inferno thoughts, as you can see by the title. So I rented this game about a week ago, finally got to it. And it was okay. I mean, it was let's just say it was basic, okay? It wasn't anything like crazy or anything, but it was basic. It was a basic beat 'em up. Nothing new, nothing innovative, nothing really wrong with the game, I guess. But it's made by the people who actually made Dead Space, which I just finished the other day. So it's kind of ironic that I just finished one of their games and then I have to play another one like right after. But yeah, let's get to it. My likes and dislikes. Alright, for likes, I really thought the relic system was pretty cool. What the relic system is as you like travel throughout the game, you have different collectibles you collect. One of those are relics. Basically, relics are like, I guess you could compare them to perks from Call of Duty, or they're like these upgrades that you can equip to your character, and as you use them, they level up. And some of them get pretty crazy. Like one of them, it makes your melee damage go up by level 1 is like 20%, level 2 is like 40%, level 3 is 60%. And at level 3 it caps, but it's pretty cool that they had that in there. I noticed a lot of them actually affected stuff, like I was using the combo one, which every level up increases it by 2 seconds. So normally if you weren't attacking anything, your combo meter would just start dropping if you didn't attack anything for a few seconds. What that does is it increases the time, so it doesn't take 2 seconds for your combo meter to run out, it takes 4 or 5 seconds. That comes in pretty handy when you're fighting a lot of these achievements and stuff later on. But I thought that was probably the coolest thing this game had to like offer. Yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say about that. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Yeah, my cat just started throwing up, so I had to move him. But so the relic system is probably the best thing. I don't have anything like many likes with this game, so I guess I'll get to my dislikes. Alright, so when like this game is like a beat 'em up, but it also has platforming and puzzles and stuff. I think the platforming is really weak in this game. Like there's a lot of ropes and ledges and stuff you have to climb across and jump between. Where is it? Near the end of the game, there's this specific area where you have to like drop from rope to rope. And there's parts where you have to swing from a rope to grab onto another rope. And honestly, it's really glitchy. Like you can there's no way of telling when you're within jumping range of like grabbing onto it. So I had to die a couple times just trying to grab onto a rope. And since the checkpoint is set before all the collectibles, right before that rope, you have to climb down a rope, go back over to collectibles, which takes about 2 minutes. Then you have to climb back across the rope, then swing over to the rope that you might miss. So it's kind of fucked up the way they do that. There's just no way of telling if you're within range. Maybe they could have made it so you like grabbed on closer or something. But as it was, I don't know, I got many deaths because of that. Yeah, I guess that's my biggest dislike. Yeah. Alright, so I guess I'll talk about the story now. Story, it's kind of hit or miss. It's based on like I guess some poem or something, or some story about Dante's Inferno, or I don't really know much about the story. It's just about like this guy who has to go to hell and basically bring his wife back. But it's kind of interesting. Like he gets killed by the or he's dying, right? He's on the verge of death in the beginning of the game. And what happens is he has to kill Death because Death's gonna try to take him away. So kills Death. He takes Death's scythe, which it's badass. That's about the most badass thing in this game, though. Once that happens, he comes home, finds his wife is dead, and basically hell starts opening up on his fucking front yard. So starts going down through hell and trying to find his wife and bring her back, but she's already dead, so I don't know. There's so many weird things in this game. Like, you found her dead body no less than a minute ago, yet you're gonna go down to hell and try to bring her back out of there? Like, that shouldn't work. She's a soul now. And for the entire game, she is a soul because she's floating around as a, like, misty, like, spirit being. So, I don't know. The story isn't really that cool. I will say that the fucking devil in this game is hilarious. Lucifer, he's just this black guy with smoke surrounding him, and he's butt-ass naked. And he's just, like, floating around, and he, like, every few cutscenes, he'll just pop back up, and he'll brag that he has your girlfriend and you don't, and he'll fly away with her and stuff. It's pretty funny. I should also note that this game has hundreds and hundreds of boobies. and it's not just like DOA boobies, it's like nipples, like full-on nipple boobies. And you'll see them a lot throughout the game. They do some nasty things though, man. There's a boss fight where you're fighting this, like, it's Cleopatra. She's like some demon, and she's climbing up a tower in the background. And what happens is enemies start spawning in her nipples and start running out of her nipples, and like she starts like pussing them out. Like this white pus is like shooting out of her nipples, and then she starts throwing the enemies onto the battlefield. And it's a really disgusting way to fight enemies, but it's pretty funny. But story, it's really basic. I didn't really care about it. I honestly muted it for a while. I don't care about religion, so it just didn't appeal to me. So story wasn't really a strong point for me. Gameplay, yeah, I'd say probably this is the strongest part of the game. Like I said, it's a really basic game. It doesn't really bring anything new, and it doesn't really do anything bad, but it just didn't appeal to me. It's basically you have one weapon, slash. You have your light, your heavy attack, you have your ranged attack, which honestly, the ranged attack is overpowered. You could use that entire attack for the entire game and kill everything. And what's worse is you can even upgrade the ranged attack, and it, instead of shooting out like 1 or 3 shots, it shoots out like 5 shots, which basically kill everything. So it's really a beat 'em up, and there's some puzzles throughout the game. Usually you're like turning a lever around and stuff, moving blocks here to there, jumping on things, climbing over things. Puzzles were pretty weak too. As for like mini games and stuff, there's a couple parts where you control giants and you have to climb up walls or break down things and stuff like that. They didn't really slow the game down, but they didn't really do much to the game. They were just kind of there. I wish they found a better way to do that, but whatever. Oh, when you beat the game, you do unlock a survival arena mode, which is really easy. I beat it in like 10 minutes, and that was like 50 waves of enemies. So that was pretty weird. Overall, though, I think the platforming the most though fucked over the gameplay. Just those rope climbing segments and jumping from rope to rope, it fucks with you. The most complex the fighting system actually gets though is some of the enemies will have flames over them, and you'll have to like shoot them with your cross to purify them, which is your ranged attack. So you use your ranged attack to clear off the fire, and then you're able to finally attack them. Some enemies, yeah, it's about as deep as it gets. Other enemies, you just have to like kick the shit out of them until you can either grab them, but you don't have to do that. It gives you more experience points. They have this thing where you either purify or punish the enemies, and it gives you more experience based on like what your relics you're using. So like if you had a perk that made it so you get more holy experience, you'd get more holy experience by saving them or whatever, purifying them. So I should have mentioned that too. You have a light and dark level up meter thing, and depending on what you do, it levels up either or. It doesn't really get any deeper than that. It just unlocks more skill trees, and you get new combos and stuff. Gameplay is, yeah, like I said, it's probably the strongest part out of an average game. So there's that. Music honestly can suck my balls. There's just no memorable songs like always. We got a subpar fucking like OST. Voice acting is Old English, which I cannot stand. So that sucks my balls equally. And yeah, the sound effects are generic, just chwing 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 chwing. Very basic. Audio is definitely the worst part. I think that's really all I have to say on Dante's Inferno. It's a really average game that I don't see why you'd want to buy, but if you're into an action game mood and stuff, buy it for like $10 or $15, or rent it. Because seriously, if you buy this game, if you like this game, I just don't know what to think about you, because you clearly like weird games, or maybe you like the boobs. There's a lot of boobs and a lot of jiggling boobs in this game.